What's up, saints and sinners? This is Wing C, and today I'm going to be giving you the 6 tips to be an MMA fighter in 2025. Let's get into it. My achievements are just participation trophies, but I'm also a 15-2 backyard fighter, and I'm also an 0-1 fighter on sanctioned MMA. I'm an amateur fighter, and I've learned a lot in the past 2 years of fighting. I'm going to give you 6 tips you need to know to understand fighting and to start a career in combat sports. Starting off with the basics, you gotta get attached to a gym. Gotta start going to a gym. I started with punching my mattress, and I also had a background in wrestling, and I wrestled through high school. But plug in with the gym, start getting people to punch you in the face on 6 p.m. on a Wednesday, and you'll learn some stuff. The discipline that I most recommend starting with is wrestling, because if you don't do wrestling, there's going to be a huge hole in your defense when you go to fight someone who's a wrestler and they just put you on your back. You're not going to be able to get up. Here's some proof.
He's doing good at it.
As I was walking, I found some Mormons and they gave me the Book of Mormon. So I'm going to go to their church and learn about the Book of Mormon. What you guys need to know is marketing. There's going to be fight posters. You need an Instagram page. In this digital age, fighters need to tell people about when their fights are if you want to get money early on. Some promotions will give you bigger percentages on what you can make with ticket commissions. Rule of thumb, you got to start posting your fights. I recommend doing fight edits.
And I got eyes on the back of my head, I got eyes everywhere, so I know where you go. I could drop ties in this bitch, drop like flies in this bitch. I cut ties in this bitch, I'll cut ties in your face.
So when you do get a fight video, most promotions have videographers, photographers, put together some posts that kind of tell people who you are as a fighter and show your skills. Make some content if you want to. I think fighters are now content creators more than anything, because if we see what Jake Paul has done to the industry, there's a bunch of pages that just post about MMA news, certain fighters, and a way to get noticed is by uploading your fights onto Instagram and other social media. More attention means more money. So this leads me into my third point, which is promotions. I'll mix third and fourth together. So promotions and coaches. When you go to a gym and you find a coach that's cool, they'll probably be cool with teaching you a bunch of stuff, but ultimately, I think what fighters gotta realize is that your coach isn't always gonna be out there to support you individually. Have this same mindset with promotions. Stuff is a business. They're there to make money. They're not out there to see that your fight career gets to be the most well-known Conor McGregor counterpart, blah, blah, blah. They're out there to get money. Some might want you to be the next Khabib and Conor, but that doesn't always mean that they're willing to invest tons of time and money into you. And that's okay. You can still focus on yourself. When dealing with promotions, there's a lot of rules that you have to get acquainted with that when I fought, I didn't even realize, like, you got to be wrapped a certain way, and they check it at promotions. You got to be acquainted with what state is saying about your style of MMA. So amateurs in different states, they might not always allow certain things. In the state of PA, amateur rules don't allow head kicks. They don't allow ground and pound to the head. They make you wear shin pads. It's so dumb. Like, is this even MMA? So you got to figure out what your state says. Gear. Make sure you get 4-ounce gloves, because when I first got gloves, they were not actually 4-ounce gloves. Those are competition gloves. Make sure to get mouth guards, shinnies, 12-ounce gloves, and 16-ounce gloves. I've been fighting for like a year and a half, and I just now got told that 16-ounce gloves are apparently the status quo for sparring. I didn't know that. Get some 8-ounce gloves. You're going to need a lot of gear if you really want to take this to the next level. Heavily recommend just go to your local Dick's. Go buy some shinnies, go buy some 8 ounces, figure out what you can do with your money. If you don't have the money, a lot of the gyms that you go to, they have stuff that you can rent. What's up? You can rent stuff to use for the class, but you don't want to always have that stuff. You always want to have it on your person. Lastly is presence. Your presence matters. Figure out who you want to be as a fighter. I knew from the day I was born that I wanted to be an autistic loser, and I actually wasn't trying to be a Christian until later on in life, but God has his own reasons for why he made me a Christian when he did. Are you just a fighter? Are you just someone that likes bashing people's heads in for fun? Figure out what style of combat you want. Guys, those are 6 tips to being an MMA fighter in 2025. Hopefully, I see you guys on the next Street Beefs video. Hopefully, I see you guys at the next Conor McGregor.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way.